Hello, I'm very happy to see you on my channel. This video, we give you a piece of the latest backlash for Meghan and Harry's biography. And this time, royal expert Angela Levin slammed Sussex on the Critic Books. She wrote that, "Write royal rubbish." The new Meghan and Harry book is full of sycophantic trivia, almost as if it came from the horse's mouth. Did Meghan Markle really tell her friends that when she and Prince Harry holidayed in Botswana in 2017, he was delightfully surprised when she needed a bathroom break and would happily wander off into the woodlands? And did Prince Harry let it be known that when he and Meghan set off for a carriage procession around Windsor after their wedding, he found his trousers were too tight? Omid Scobie and Carolyn Duran, the authors of Finding Freedom, obviously felt both intimate revelations were significant enough to include them in their new 358-page biography of the couple. Their aim is to portray the real Harry and Meghan, but it reads more like a ghosted autobiography. It is also such a gross invasion of the couple's privacy, something they have repeatedly claimed they cherish, that they must have taken an active part. The authors insist they didn't, even though at the back of the book in black and white is the admission they have talked to the couple themselves. Either way, the pair come across as hugely needy, full of self-pity, lacking self-awareness, and having little idea of how the monarchy works. Nor does the book respect other people's privacy. We read too much detail about the layout of Anmer Hall, the Norfolk home of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. Ditto George and Amal Clooney's Italian home, the vault where the Queen keeps her tiaras and jewels, and the room where Meghan had tea with the Queen for the first time. The biography mainly focuses on Meghan, placing Harry, once a hugely popular senior royal, very much in the background. That syncs with their engagement interview on BBC TV in November 2017, when he said that the moment he saw Meghan, he knew he had to up his game and make sure I've got good chat. Meghan has remained on a pedestal ever since. I spent more than a year following Prince Harry, joining him on royal engagements and interviewing him at Kensington Palace before I wrote his biography in 2018. He told me he was fed up living in a goldfish bowl, but having newly taken over patronages for the Queen and supporting his brother made him feel less restless. But his urge to flee never quite went away, and Meghan opened the door for him to bolt. She has also opened his eyes to the importance of being a feminist, fighting against racism, and for climate change. The burden of carrying such heavyweight issues has also turned Harry into a shadow of himself. Gone is the charismatic, mischievous prince, to be taken over by a stressed, often disheveled individual who wants us all to stop flying but take private jets with Meghan. We learned that his friend from Eton, Tom Inskip, said as much the day after Harry and Meghan's wedding. Meghan has changed Harry so much. We have lost him. Sadly, so have we. Meghan, on the other hand, is presented almost as a goddess who was never wrong and could save us all. Her high school classmates thought she was a fake because it was impossible anyone could be that perfect. In social settings, all eyes are drawn to her. As for the $32 million wedding, she didn't deserve anything less. Her projects have all broken records, although the authors do not itemize them. She also feels let down by the royal family. Despite Harry being the sixth in line to the throne, she had envisioned a life on the front line, not on the sidelines, and was hoping to use her influence to make a difference. She also was far from pleased when asked to show baby Archie Mountbatten Windsor to the public soon after his birth, as she didn't want to serve her child up on a silver platter. She has even admitted to anonymous friends quoted in the book that she resents that she had given up so much to take her life down a path of service to the monarchy, ignoring the fact that she has only officially been part of it since May 2018 and, as a result, become one of the most famous women in the world. The authors say they have spoken to more than 100 people who give the overall impression that both of them have taken the privileged part of their life as their due to but zoom in on anything negative, however small. Top of Meghan's list of people she resents seems to be the Duchess of Cambridge, although this could be pure jealousy. The biography is also full of contradictions, which are never explained. Meghan resented being pummeled with criticism, but the book is packed with examples of her own alleged criticisms of her in-laws and staff. There are even nasty digs at her first husband, Trevor Engelson, who has respectfully kept quiet about his former wife. Harry also feels resentful and furious with William for suggesting he shouldn't worry about taking his time with this girl before he proposed. Harry has branded him a snob, forgetting perhaps that he used the same two words in his engagement interview with the BBC TV when he said he realized very early on that I am in love with this girl. The couple's last public appearance as working members of the royal family was at a Commonwealth Day service at Westminster Abbey in March. One insider voices disgust that not one royal threw their arms around them and that Kate and William, who were seated in front of them, snubbed them by not acknowledging their presence. The fact is that the service was about to start and such touchy-feely gestures are avoided on royal public engagements. Even the Queen is rebuked for not making herself immediately available when Harry and Meghan came back from Canada in January to discuss their departure from the royal family. Prince Charles is criticized for being too focused on his public image rather than nurturing Harry. The truth is that Charles, heir to the throne, has a huge sense of royal duty. He is also financing the couple to the hilt. Meghan is said to be comfortable doing away with luxuries, yet she spent £55,500 on the dress she wore for an engagement picture, stayed in luxury hotels and vast homes in Canada and Los Angeles, and took endless flights by private jet. We read that Meghan's friend Nikki Pretty says Meghan wants to be Princess Diana too. Another friend, Sonia Ardican, adds, Meghan always gets what she wanted. This time around she hasn't. She can't use her HRH royal title or represent the Queen. She and Harry might have got a better deal, the book hints, if they weren't so impatient and impulsive. Another insider told the authors that Harry didn't care what his family thought or said. He knew Meghan was right for him. Everything else was noise. It's one of Meghan's favorite expressions and an appropriate description of the biography. And many fans also slammed them. One said, this book in general is not a good idea. It doesn't garner sympathy for them. The book tries to smear the monarchy, but fails miserably. No one believes they're innocent. People do have eyes and ears, and everyone has seen and heard the truth already. The fact that Markle and Harry jumped ship by denying their involvement just shows that they did this for gratification, and never considered the consequences until the last minute. A fan replied to this comment. This book was originally announced as Harry and Meghan's book. They started changing it after backlash for publishing it during a pandemic and also because it was selling badly during pre-sales. Now they are trying to save their face, lying that they did not have anything to do with this book. So, we can add another of their characteristics. Lies. Another fan added, so he did talk with Meghan. It's funny how this is supposed to be a book of record, of the true story by Team Harry and Meghan, yet it seems to just confirm the lies, hypocrisies, jealousies, discontentedness, and manipulation that have been reported also by inside sources from their engagement on. Omid Scobie and Carolyn Duran, the puppets. Of course, Meghan controlled the contents and the puppets will get a pittance while the royals reap the profits. Watch out, puppets, she has a history of using and losing people. Meanwhile, a fan retweeted Angela Levin's post on Twitter. Wow, as if we didn't know by the arrogant and egotistical things written in it. The bit I particularly like, royal aides feared Meghan and Harry's popularity was eclipsing that of the royal family itself. Their own opinions beggars belief. Had they paid more attention to their job descriptions, rather than in-palace fighting and trying to promote themselves, would have realized they were only ever there as a good supporting double act to Granny, Daddy, and eventually William and Kate. Jealous younger brother? Much. And his, I want to change the world, mate. And a fan also doubts that. Harry looks miserable since he's been with Meghan. He looks downtrodden. I hope he wakes up one day and sees what the rest of us do and mend his relationship with his brother. She really has dragged him down. The whole book is a pitiful party. Harry and Marco are both depicted as hapless victims. They did nothing wrong. They were trapped birds in a gilded cage. The world is out to get them. Even without his confirmation, it was still obvious that they were involved by the one-sided writing alone. And you, do you agree with Angela Levin? If yes, please like and share my video for anyone you think also loved it. If not, please leave your opinion for me below and we'll discuss them together. If any of you want to receive more videos by our team, remember to subscribe to the Sussex Daily News channel to not miss it. Now, goodbye and see you in the next video.